Okay, well, welcome to IEED. We're really sorry you weren't able to make an open day or a drop-in session. And this is just a quick introduction to our degree schemes and a little bit about the department. And we've got two degree schemes. One's a 3-year degree scheme, N2, and then there's a 4-year degree scheme with a year out in industry. So telling you a little bit about entrepreneurship at Lancaster, why come here, what's distinctive about us? Well, as a department, we have a philosophy that links working with business, research and teaching. So you'd be very connected with reality, particularly through groups of real entrepreneurs. We have 21 entrepreneurs in residence, for example. We're a friendly department. We get to know students very well, and we have a deep expertise of applying academic theory to practice. I think what we also have is a passion for what we do. It's something that everybody involved in the department, whether it's staff, business people, students, are enthusiastic. And I think there's a market recognition of the importance of what we do. It makes you more employable. How do we teach you? Well, we use conventional and unconventional methods. Large groups of 100, 200 students attending lectures, but then you'd be broken down into smaller groups, tutorials or seminars or workshops where you'd work actively together and also with each other. And then we use virtual learning environments. In this department, as well as using the university norm, Moodle, we also use Sakai for certain types of courses. And the virtual learning environment enables us to use what can be described as blended learning techniques. Looking at our degree scheme then, well, the BA in Management and Entrepreneurship, the 4-year degree. Year 1, you specialise, but you're also linking with other management school subjects. Year 2, you're building a further platform of understanding of theory and practice. Year 3, you're out in industry, and then in the final year you do, there's a lot of options and choices. But I think in terms of what's distinctive about coming to Lancaster, there is quite a high degree of academic flexibility. So what you register for in the first year gives you a set of choices in second and third year, and you can move around. We hope very much you'll stick with the entrepreneurship degree scheme, but you can move from the 4-year option to the 3-year option. We also believe that through the work we do with businesses throughout the time you're a student, that gives opportunities for personal development. But that also feeds into a range of student societies connected with entrepreneurship and projects involving business startups, etc. There's good support services, but I think because IEED has a long and solid track record in working with small businesses in particular through our programmes such as LEAD, GOLD, Innovation for Growth, there's a real opportunity to network with business people. What would the first year be like? Well, we introduce you to entrepreneurship in the first year, but that introduction isn't just a dry mix of theory. We get you, in the first instance, to think critically about theory, to write about it, but also to engage both with academics and business people to better understand the applications of theory. So it's right from the start, it's about theory and practice. Alongside your first year course in entrepreneurship, you'd also do an introduction to management, and also you'd develop some quantitative skills. And that's really, really important if you're thinking of doing anything in business. We're not expecting you to be a mathematician, but it's really helpful to understand some of these techniques. And you would also have a choice of other management school options, and those are listed. From year 2, we continue to build the skills that you were introduced to in the first year, and we also continue to link theory and practice. So the entrepreneurship courses that you do would always involve not just academics, but business people talking about their own experiences, but plugged into the individual courses at points in the course, so that you get a real feeling of the relationship to the theoretical themes. You also do an option in consulting, and that gives you an opportunity to do a real business project for a real business, working in a group. And then the franchising course can be taken either in the second or the final year. The other thing, for those, you're going out on placement in your third year, and we recognise that that's really quite an important transition for you. So you take a course which prepares you for that experience, so that you understand, you build an understanding for what to expect. The placement years are a real period when you can grow and when you can develop. And placements, our students do placements. Some of them do them in the big blue chip companies, high-tech companies like Accenture, IBM, big companies like Johnson & Johnson. But also, because of our network of local small businesses, students can also do placements with SMEs. When you return in the final year, you'll have grown, you'll have developed, and the final year courses that you can take really reflect an ability to specialise in the areas of entrepreneurship that interest you. So we've a course in new venture planning, where you work in groups to develop a business plan around a business idea that by the end of it it'll feel really very real, and you're mentored by small business owners, a panel of which will also judge the final presentation and the final business plan. There's a course in entrepreneurial learning, which again is linking theory and practice. Part of the underpinning thinking behind much of what we do in IEED is around the way entrepreneurs learn, and the difference between entrepreneurial learning and more general learning, the importance of experience, for example. There's also a course in innovation where you link theory to innovations that are going on now, and that course is delivered in a very, very interactive way, where we very actively use blended learning approaches using the VLE. You're working in groups, you're interacting with each other and with business. We have a Centre for Family Business, and as a result we run a course in family business, and many students who come to do entrepreneurship are members of family businesses. We have a course on social contexts of entrepreneurship, so that you understand more about social entrepreneurship, the ethics of business, etc. And that, again, is a very innovative course. And because you've done a year in industry, part of that year is linked, throughout the year, you'll be linked to a tutor. And the tutor will help you develop a dissertation topic, which you'll write up during your final year. So I hope that's given you some sort of feel for entrepreneurship. And of course our contact details are available on this final slide. Thanks very much. Bye.